Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So my name is Miss Lauren. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Miss Lauren. I'm the children's librarian at the Studio City Library, part of Los Angeles Public Library. And we're here today. See my library card? We're here today to talk about Citizen Science Month. And today is the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. So in celebration of the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, we're going to be citizen scientists because April is Citizen Science Month, and we're going to be citizen scientists, and we're going to help scientists collect information and share that information with them. And our main topic today is discovering forests in the sea, kelp. So we're going to talk about that today. So now I'm going to share my screen. And let's see.
I don't know.
Okay, everyone. I'm sharing. So happy 50th anniversary to Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everyone. And today we're discovering floating forests. And you can always email me at lkratz@lapl.org if you have any questions or further questions after this class. Discovering floating forests. Hold on one second. I see something in the chat. Yay! Yay, happy Earth Day. Thank you for writing that in the chat. Yay, Earth Day. Okay. But first, April is Citizen Science Month. And that's, again, we're saying helping scientists gather information. Happy Earth Day 2020. Here's an app that you can use. So there's an app. It looks like this right here. It's free. And the app is EC 2020. So it's Earth Challenge 2020. So if you have a smart device, you can actually download this free app and you can participate by observing your air quality or plastic pollution in your neighborhoods by sharing and taking pictures using the app. So now, right now, because we're safe at home, I don't want you going out into your neighborhoods and looking, but if you have something that's close by with your mask on and you feel safe, if you have a backyard or a balcony, you can take your device and you take pictures of the sky or any plastic pollution you see, and then you're gonna share it on the app with scientists. So that's all it is. But don't worry, this app will be available all year, celebrating Earth Day all year long for 2020, the 50th anniversary. So if you don't feel comfortable right now going outdoors, don't worry about it. This app will still be available all year long, and I'm sure next year as well. So you could still help scientists with this app. But what are we talking about today? What are kelp? Has anyone ever seen this before when you've been to the beach and in the ocean? Have you ever seen kelp before? Do you think you've ever seen kelp before in the ocean? You could turn on your microphone and let me know, or you can let me know in the chat. So I'm looking at the chat right now.
I hear it in the movie.
Oh, you've seen it in the movies. Is
Yes.
which movie?
Movie.
Which movie?
Octonauts movie.
Oh, Octonauts. I know Octonauts. I know that show. So you've seen kelp because of the TV show Octonauts. That's wonderful. And I also see in the chat, yes, at the beach. Yeah, and then I got a yes. And someone said 100 times. And then someone said yes, yes, yes. So we've all seen kelp before. Most of us have seen kelp before, especially at the beach or during a movie or TV show. Right here is kelp. So I just want to go over the parts of kelp because I learned this too myself. Right here in a plant, we would call it the roots, but for kelp, it's actually called a holdfast. right here, that part is called the hold fast, and it holds really, really in there in the ocean. It really holds the kelp really in there. There's right here is the stipe, the blades, which would be leaves in a plant, but for the kelp, this part here is called blades. But my favorite part, and I always wondered about this right here, is called a gas bladder. So when you're in the ocean and you see kelp, this part right here, they're called gas bladders, and they're actually filled with gas. So parts of the kelp, the hold fast, the stipe, the blades, and right here, the gas bladders. So now when I go to the beach and I see kelp when I'm in the ocean, I'll know all the parts of the kelp. Now, kelp are large seaweed, brown algae that grow in underwater forests. Kelp forest offers protection to some creatures and food for others. So we know food and shelter are important to everyone, right? We need food and shelter. Creatures in the ocean also need food and shelter. And that's why kelp forests are so important, because they offer protection to some sea creatures, because sea creatures can hide in there, right, away from predators. And creatures eat kelp for food. So food and shelter for everyone in the ocean. So that's why kelp are very important. So when you're in the ocean and you see kelp, remember, very important. I didn't even know that myself. They are so important to our planet. Any comments or questions? All right, let's keep going. So now we know kelp looks like this. And I put a picture here, an image of fish swimming among the kelp forests.
Why?
Why? So some of the fish are swimming because they could be getting protection from the sun, right? That's streaming into the ocean. They can be, some eat, or some are just hiding or getting shelter, living there for a little bit, relaxing right there in the kelp. So that's why. Okay. So again, why kelp forests are important. So I put this image here of a kelp forest food web. The most important part I want you to look at is down here. So we see kelp and other seaweed. So we know kelp is a type of seaweed. It's brown. So that's right here, right? So we know this is the kelp because it's brown. Kelp is brown, a type of seaweed, and then other types of seaweed here. But then look at the arrow, sea urchin. So that spiky sea urchin that swim in the ocean. And then this sea otter. Okay. Oh, was there a question?
Sea otter can eat bees.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Didi. Can you say that a little louder?
The otter can eat the urchins.
Yes! Yes, right. The otter eats the sea urchin. What does the sea urchin like to eat? The kelp. Okay, but if the sea urchin here eats too much of the kelp, then it won't be able to help anyone over here. But because the sea otter eats enough sea urchin that the sea urchin won't be too much, the population won't increase too much, that it will eat all of the kelp. Does everybody understand? So that's why otters are important for kelp forests. Because without the otter, the sea urchins would eat too much of the kelp. Sorry, everyone, I'm just admitting one more friend. Okay, so does everybody understand? Let me know in the chat if you have any questions, and I'll move on.
I have a question.
Sure.
The sea otter eat the urchins.
Why?
Because they want to eat the urchins. Sea otter can eat urchins.
Correct. Sea otter eats the urchins, but the urchins eat the kelp forest. And if the urchins eat too much kelp that there's no more kelp anymore, then the kelp can't help everyone else over here. So everyone is helping somebody. Each creature has a special place on this planet. And each creature helps another creature, maybe without them even knowing it, right? So that's why it's important for Earth Day. That's why I want you to remember, for especially of today, of all days, Earth Day 2020, that each creature on this planet has a purpose and is important. And we need them all. Okay? Okay, we're going to move on. But one more time. Our kelp forests are, remember, they're brown algae. They're a type of seaweed.
Brown algae.
The sea urchin eats the kelp, and the sea otter eats the sea urchin. But each creature is important to our planet. Because if the otter didn't eat the sea urchins, there would be too many sea urchins, and then they would eat all of the kelp, and there would be no more kelp. And kelp is important for everyone over here. All right, let's do it. I see thumbs up.
Glitching.
Okay, everyone's okay in the chat. I'm checking the chat one more time just in case. All right, let's go. Let's move on. Okay, now, here we go, everyone. We're going to this website now, and it's called Zooniverse, zooniverse.org. And this site has many projects from universities looking for help. Different subjects such as art, nature, space, and climate. And we're going to talk about climate today and kelp and why kelp is so important to the planet. So we're going to hop on to Zooniverse. I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to go to this website right now, and I'm going to show you around Zooniverse, and you're going to help me find kelp. And then if you have any questions, I'll answer at the end. Are we ready? And then also, I just want to let everybody know, you can also, yes, good. You can also go to this website on your own at any time that you're free, make your own account, and then be a citizen scientist, and help scientists from home collect data, collect information that they need. All right, here I go, everyone. Now I'm going here. Oh, before we do that, okay, but before we do that, I just want to show you this book. What if sea otters disappeared? Okay. So, all right, everybody, zooniverse.org. So again, you can help with different projects that scientists are working on by helping them collect information and data. So I'm just going to show you around a little bit, and then we're going to work together to look for kelp. So this is when, at this point, you could turn your microphones back on or get your chat ready and type in the chat, because I'm going to need your help finding these floating forests. But before we begin, I'll show you a little bit around. There's other projects. So up here, when you're doing this on your own and you make your own zooniverse.org account, you can, and we're going to scroll down here, and then let's learn a little bit about the project, about floating forests. We are trying to understand how forests of kelp grow and change over time. We need your help to find these forests in pictures from space. So Kiana, just everyone leave your videos off for now, because I'm recording. And then at the end, you can turn your videos back on. So, you know, scientists, it's a lot of fun putting on that scuba gear, going down into the ocean, swimming around, and looking at kelp right there. But there's too much kelp, and there's too much areas to go to that maybe it's too dangerous for them to swim to. So they take pictures from space. from cameras from space to take pictures of areas in the ocean. And those are the images that we're going to look at right now.
I have a question.
Oh, yes, please. Ask the question.
But I thought people could like space. You can't look at the depths of the ocean with satellites.
Yeah, so remember, very good, Lexi. But no, you're absolutely right. But kelp grows in the shallow, so you can see, like when you're at the beach and you can actually see kelp kind of floating around in the ocean, right? They have their holds their holds that they can't move around, but you can still see the tops of them sometimes in the ocean. So they're not taking pictures in the depths of the ocean, just the top layers, just the top of it. So that's what we're gonna look at. Very good. You'll see in the images, because these are the type of images that we're gonna look at. But before we do that, actually we could just start, right everyone? Are we ready? So I have an account, yes. So I've been working on this already, so you can help me continue. So right here it says get started, classify kelp on the edge, Baja, California. So we'll click on here. And so you see this image right here. If there is kelp, it will look green. So right here it says kelp patches. So like Lexi had said that you can't take pictures of the depths of the ocean. See how the picture looks? This is a picture that they took from a satellite from space. But see how it's just a surface layer? But where do you think the kelp is? Can someone tell me with their microphone or in the chat? Looking at this image right here, where's the kelp?
In the green, in the darkest area, in the green areas.
Perfect. Yeah. Wonderful. So see this plus sign here? So if you decide to use this website, Zooniverse, and you want to do this project to help and share information with scientists, or you want to do it on your smartphone or your iPad, if you do that, you can actually use a touch screen. So if you want to circle the kelp patches, you could just touch your screen and it circles it for you. You could just touch it and it will circle for you. But if you're using it on the desktop on your computer, this is how you're going to do it. There's the plus sign, and then see the green? So I have to draw a circle like this around the kelp patch. So that's one. Where else should I circle? Should I circle over here?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I'm gonna try everyone. So if you make a mistake, you just hit X, and then I'm going to, and also everyone on my mouse, I'm holding it down. So I'm holding the left click down so it will stay. And we found two, so we were only required to find one, but if you see more, please circle more, and then you pick done. If you find an image where it's a bad image, it's too cloudy, or there's no kelp, you would choose one of these. So we click done, and that information already is being collected by scientists. And I'm gonna show you the scientists that are collecting our data at the end. But let's do a couple more before we end, and then we can turn our video cameras back on. Okay, so in this image, where is the kelp? Where are the kelp forests, the kelp patches?
One on the bottom.
Oh, on the bottom, okay. Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here I go. I'm circling, everyone. I'm circling. And so this is how pictures look when they take pictures from space. Does that look like kelp? No, but it is actually kelp. It's actually a kelp forest, a kelp patch, and that's how it looks from space. And should I circle anywhere else?
Yes.
Where else should I circle?
The one next to it.
Oh, okay, over here?
One next.
Okay, here I go.
What
And again,
happens
I'm holding my left mouse click to hold it down. And then we have our two kelp patches, and then we click done. Let's do one more. Oof. Ooh. Are there any here?
Yes.
There are? Where?
It's hard to see
I know, where is it?
It's not there. There's one
Sort of 11 o'clock.
Oh, so
right here.
a little bit here.
What happens if you make it bigger? Does it get any bigger?
Oh, yes, it does. Good suggestion. Thank you. So we could get smaller or bigger, and we can move it around. So over here, you can change everything around. You go move it around.
Oh, I see the kelp.
You see the kelp?
Yeah. Yeah, there.
So
Yeah,
we
right
go back
there.
here, and then we can zoom in, but it's not letting us. There's some images, though. Thank you so much for asking and pointing that out. There are some images that will allow you, if you click here, to zoom in more, but I guess it's zoomed in as much as it can for this image. But there are some images, especially if there's a lot of kelp forests, that can let you zoom in, and then you could circle all of them. So should I circle here, everyone? Right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So did you see what I had to do? I had to press right here again, this little arrow. So I got the plus sign back. And I'm circling right here. There is a kelp patch right there. Should I circle right here as well? There's
Yes.
small, okay.
Yes. There's
Okay,
also
okay.
a little left one. There's
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Oh, there is. Oh, young eyes are the best. And there's circle. There's a little bit, right? A little bit. And you see that sometimes in the ocean too, there's only a little bit of kelp in certain areas. Perfect. And we'll hit done. And that's what you do, everyone. So if you're interested in doing this project and helping scientists, should we do this one?
No, here.
Oh, is there? See, this one, would you say this is a bad image? It's kind of hard to see because I see the green here, but I can't tell if that's kelp forest or not. What do you all think?
Over here.
Is it blue color? Is it purple?
I see some green here, but it doesn't look like our other images, but maybe, it's hard to tell. So this is a good suggestion, everyone. If you are not sure, just hit bad image because we don't want to give our scientists bad information. And if you're not sure of something, then you just hit bad image. Because I'm not sure about this one because you see lots of different shades of blue and then the green, but I'm not sure if this is a big kelp forest or not.
Lauren, can you zoom the picture?
Oh, okay. Okay, Dominic, let's see. Let's see if I can zoom in the picture some more. Here I go. Okay.
Oh yeah, I see some more.
Okay.
I see more.
Oh, so all here? You think this is all kelp?
Yeah.
It looks like it better when you zoom in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit my arrow and I will do a circle. I'm holding down my mouse click. And then remember, everybody, if you're gonna do this on a smart device, you don't have to worry about the click of the mouse. You can do it with your finger, with just your finger on the screen. Because I did it on my phone. Okay, let's zoom back out. Do you think that's good, or should I circle anywhere else?
Anywhere.
Anywhere? Where else? Let's zoom back in again.
It's right there.
Right here? Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
here.
Okay. Hit the arrow again. And I'm gonna, I messed up. So I'm gonna hit X and then I'm gonna try it again. Here we go. Yeah, all here, right? All right, great, and done. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much for your help. So you can continue this on your own, or they have other fun projects, especially with animals, where you can help figure out which animal is where. It's a lot of fun, but I like this a lot, floating forests. And you see some great images they have of kelp forests all here. And then they have, why do we need your help? And we talked about that. They definitely need our help because kelp is tricky. It's hard for them sometimes to get into these areas to actually put the scuba gear on and look for them. Okay, and then this is the team, everyone. So these scientists, these doctors here, listed here, these are the scientists that need your help, that need your information. And doing what we just did helps them because those areas they cannot get to. And there's funding and support from NASA, So we are doing a great service by being citizen scientists. All right. Now I'm going to put this in the chat. This is the survey. You can fill it out at your leisure because it's part of our Los Angeles Public Library neighborhood science programming. So I'll put that survey in the chat right now, but let's go back together. So everybody can turn their videos back on. I'm stopping the share.